Where Sunless sees combat system run on cooldowns and targeting, Sunless Sky's combat system runs on heat. In Sunless Skies, strafing to dodge generates heat. More importantly, shooting your guns generates heat. And when your engine overheats, you can no longer dodge. You can push through the overheated state by just firing your guns further. If you do, your ship rapidly drops back to about 20% heat, but you lose about 10% of your hull, rounded down. Otherwise, you're stuck waiting the full 5 seconds for your engines to finish their emergency venting procedure. When not emergency venting, your ship cools about 10% of its gauge every single second, just slightly faster than it's possible to generate via strafing. And if you're hoping to get yourself extra breathing room by upgrading your engine, I'm sorry, all engines have a cap of 100 heat. The way you get yourself breathing room is by upgrading your guns. Higher tier guns produce more damage per heat, which is generally what makes them better weapons. For example, your starting gun does 10 damage for 25 heat. The tier 3 equivalent does 18 damage for 25 heat. The best weapon in the game, the Wrath of Heaven, does a massive 50 damage plus 40 area damage for a mere 60 points of heat. And that, when combined with the relatively slow fire rate and the natural cooling, means you generally won't overheat until the 3rd shot, by which time most enemies are normally dead. If your stats change away from port, such that you no longer meet the requirements for your equipment, the game doesn't automatically unequip them. Instead, until you reach the next major port, your max heat is capped at 50, half the normal amount, making it way easier to overheat. And finally, a little quirk I discovered while researching this video: you can't overheat your engine normally by strafing. If you would hit 100 heat, the engine immediately starts cooling down and allows you to strafe again. That actually means you can infinitely strafe, as long as you manage to make that balance between nearly overheating and strafing. And I should note, this only applies to your normal maximum heat. If you've got the half cap heat due to having augmentations beyond your captain skill, then strafing can and will overheat an engine. That's all I've dug up about heat in Sunless Skies this week. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, and try not to cook yourself.